I've heard so much nonsense about this Uconnect box requires service warning, and I've heard dealers charging thousands of dollars investigating this problem, inspecting your car and replacing control modules. I've read a story of one guy who was charged $1,000 for resetting all the control modules, reprogramming all the control modules because his car was hacked, and hence it was showing this Uconnect box requires service error message, which is absolutely insane. So let's start with the Uconnect box. What is Uconnect box? Uconnect box is the telematics box in your Chrysler, Jeep or Dodge vehicle, actually any Stellantis vehicle, which is a connectivity box. So it has the task to control connectivity features like GPS and also LTE communication, because your Stellantis vehicle sends a lot of data to Stellantis and you don't even know about that. So it has all these modules, and the antenna is also connected with this telematics control unit. It's located right above the glove box. This is actually a DIY thing, so you can take out the glove box and get to this telematics communication box, but the problem is that you can damage some trim, so sometimes you better do it in a professional repair shop. And actually any problems with this Uconnect box can trigger this message: Uconnect box requires service. First of all, it's any connection. So one of the connection may be corroded, or one of the connection may be disconnected, or maybe there is some other problem with wiring that has to be inspected and found. Also, this message can be thrown when there is no connection with the LTE system, with LTE towers. So maybe if you drive another 5 miles and you will catch the LTE signal, this message will just disappear and will never bother you again. And there is one more specific problem. So this telematics control module, it also has the battery. It's small lithium-ion battery that may actually die after about 5 to 6 years. These batteries can die, and you just need to replace this battery, which costs peanuts, and you can replace it on your own if you get to this Uconnect box. In my experience, it was the problem with the connector that connects the roof fin to the telematics control unit. It was the blue connector and it was of a very poor quality, so it was shaking, and when the connector was replaced by a normal one, the problem disappeared immediately and we didn't even need to reset the Uconnect box. So actually, to avoid spending a lot of money to tackle this issue, you can find a good mechanic and ask them to read the codes, the OBD2 codes in your vehicle. Secondly, you can get to this Uconnect box and check all the connections. Then you can replace the battery if you are already holding this Uconnect box in your hand. Change the battery because it's going to die anyway. And you can check the connections with the antenna, with the fin on the roof, and with all the modules that this Uconnect is connected to. In 99% of cases, doing this will solve your problem. In some very rare cases, you actually may need to replace this Uconnect box, especially if it was connected with water. For example, every connection is corroded in the box. Well, I would replace this box, of course, with the connections. Also, Chrysler has several TSBs, and I will link these TSBs in the description, and by reading these TSBs you can understand better how this Uconnect box works and how to get to it and how to check it.